Before we get started, hit that subscribe button right at the bottom, all right? Cocaine Bear is directed by Elizabeth Banks. You know her from the Hunger Games.
Happy Hunger Games! And may the odds be ever in your favor.
She directed this film, which is loosely based on true events that happened in the 80s.
Key phrase on loosely.
Very much so. Okay.
The 200-pound bear fell victim to one of 3 duffel bags full of cocaine dropped in North Georgia and Knoxville, Tennessee 3 months ago when parachutist and reputed drug smuggler Andrew Thornton plunged to his death.
The true story is there was a drug smuggler and he was being chased by the FBI, I believe. And so he dumped the cocaine out of the plane. It landed in the woods and no one found the cocaine. A week later, they found a dead bear. And the bear had ingested some cocaine and they assumed the bear ate all the cocaine. And that's it. The story is not, in real life, is not all that interesting. So literally the entire plot of the story is fictional.
And of course, this film is starring Ray Liotta. This is probably his last film that, he finished completely because he passed away while filming another film. But rest in peace, Ray Liotta, the great Ray Liotta. But I'm just going to say that the film was self-aware of itself. It knows it's stupid. I had a good time.
See, I felt the opposite. I did not have a good time. I was bored. I thought this movie would be a little more cocaine fueled. It's such an outrageous premise. I expected an outrageous movie. What I got was a very lukewarm movie.
Lukewarm?
Like this bear's cocaine was clearly cut with something because he was kind of chill. You know what I'm saying? It was not as crazy as I thought it would be. I expected something to be like big and schlocky and loud and funny, but instead it was kind of boilerplate standard. And for me, I didn't think a lot of the jokes hit. And it probably didn't hit because I expected something more wild. If you've seen the poster, it's a big bear etched in cocaine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when we get there, the bear is barely there. And we're stuck with these characters who, like the park ranger, she's got like a crush on another park ranger. And when the bear goes crazy, I wasn't rooting for the bear. I felt sad. I was like, oh man, these guys are all innocent. Because everyone in the park that's the victim of the bear, they're like regular Joes. So I wish the movie was wilder, more crazy, more eccentric, but instead it was a little tame for me.
Yeah, I'm opposite. I had a good time seeing this. I felt that some of the jokes were funny to me, but the only thing is, some of the jokes were funny, but a lot of them wasn't memorable.
And I was surprised by the gore. I feel like there was more gore in this movie than jokes. So I was like, what? So that's why I can never get my finger quite on the tone of the film. I'm like, is it supposed to be scary? I'm like, clearly not scary. And I'm like, I'm not laughing really. And it's not crazy or eccentric. Recently I've been watching the TV show You. I think this is season 4 of You. Have you seen You?
No, I heard it's some dude that's extremely crazy and he's like a murderer or something.
Yeah, so he's like a stalker killer. And he's our main character. And the reason why you root for the villain in You is because everyone around him is worse, right? They're all terrible, right? So I kind of wish in this movie, the people at the park were just like shitheads. So you could root for them when they get torn apart by the bear. You could be like, yeah, kill him, bear, go for it, And so that's kind of how I felt when Ray Liotta's character came around. I'm like, I hope that bear F's you up. But when the bear's like chasing around the black detective who loves the dog, I'm like, oh man, I feel bad for him. I expected to be rooting for the bear, and instead I thought the bear was a distraction.
Yeah, I could see that. I enjoyed the gore. When one of the kids gets shot in the head, I guess that was supposed to be kind of like a joke. So when I say that some of the jokes didn't hit, that was one of them. I was like, okay.
Yeah, they didn't hit for me either. I was actually shocked. I was like, huh? I was like, because they shoot, the way they shoot the guy, he gets shot in the back of the head and the front explodes onto the camera. And I was like, oh, I felt bad for that guy too. So I wish I wanted that character to die. If I wanted that character to eat it and then he ate it, that would have been, I could imagine that my theater cheering at that moment. But instead, what we got was, that's what I got in my theater,
Kerry Russell is in this. and her daughter skipped school with her friend, this kid named Henry. The kids do drugs? That was kind of weird.
That was weird too.
That was weird.
I don't mind the kids doing drugs, but I was expecting them to act a little more coked out.
They ingested it like they ate it or whatever.
But they didn't have any effects. That's what I'm saying. Like when they took the drugs, I expected them to act like they were on cocaine, and they just acted kind of normal. You know, so that's why I'm saying I wish the movie was a little more extreme, a little more, rambunctious.
But Carrie Russell is on a mission to find her daughter.
Is it just me? It's been a million years. I can never separate Carrie Russell from her character Felicity. I cannot do it. It's just like stuck in my head.
I never watched that show, but I did. I do know what you mean.
Yeah, I watched it, and everyone turned against her after she cut her hair. And now everyone has to have contracts on TV shows that you can't mess with your hair.
Really?
Yeah, it's not true, but the rumor spread that the Felicity got canceled and the ratings went down because she cut her hair and she looked more masculine. It's actually not true. It's a rumor, but that really spooked a lot of TV people. Man. So you can't touch your hair.
So Ray Liotta is in this film. His character only cares about the drugs. He doesn't care about family. His son is played by Eldon, and Eldon has a son in here, which Ray Liotta's characters feel like he just put off on him. Which
is kind of funny that he feels like the kids put on him, because he's like, do I look like the kind of person who hang out with like my grandchild? And it's like, no, because you look like Ray Liotta. So it's like, no, you don't. No.
Like I said, I enjoyed the special effects of this film, and the acting was okay. The kills, as meaningless as they felt, they did look cool to me.
Yeah, very gory.
Yeah,
very gory.
There's this very popular TikToker that everyone knows. He's in the film. He's in the back of the ambulance, and his arm gets chewed up. And I'm like, yo. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then I felt sad again. Like, I guess where I feel like the movie is messed up, where I'm like, that guy didn't deserve that. No. And then there's that park ranger who was trying to impress the other park ranger. She was spraying on some perfume and stuff. She gets destroyed at the end. And I'm like, like her face gets dragged across the cement. I felt bad. I'm like,
jeez.
Oh no, man.
Man.
See, if I'd have hated her, right, then I would have cheered. I'd have been like, yeah, F you. But no, I kind of liked her. And so when she gets her face like dragged across the cement, I feel bad. And I'm like, oh man. For me, tonally, the movie wasn't what I was expecting. But then what I got, I thought the gore was more jarring in a negative way than it was a positive way. So I was expecting something more cocaine adjacent, but that's not what this movie was.
How do you know how they act with cocaine, Devin? How do you know?
I've seen Wolf of Wall Street. That's how I know.
What was it?
She's a freaky young gal, a bisexual, but a hustler though. Snow.
Well, those are Quaaludes in that
one. Yeah. Man, he was killing it though. I was just
saying. He was. He had that dance down. Yeah.
I believe Elizabeth Banks did a good job with directing this film. I enjoyed myself at the theater. I'm gonna go ahead and give this film a B-.
Great. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Don't want to yuck your yum, but for me, I was a little bored because I was keyed up and ready to go for a wild movie. But what I got wasn't
wild enough.
No, and I felt sad when the characters died instead of happy, which I don't think that's what the movie wanted you to feel. So this movie is getting a C for me. And I think the reason why it gets a C instead of something lower for me is because, kind of like you said, I really like the premise. It's such an outrageous premise. And it's such a fun premise. I like fun movies. I like new movies, and I like unique movies. And I feel like that's what this almost was. But for me, we didn't go far enough. I would have pushed this further. I would have loved it if maybe I liked maybe 2 characters and the rest of them I hated, and I wanted that bear to kill him. And I was rooting for the bear to just rip through our cast. But instead, I kind of liked all the characters, and I feel like none of the characters deserve to die. So
except Ray Liotta's character, he got what he deserved.
Yep, tonally, the Ray Liotta's character was spot on. I wish we'd multiplied Ray Liotta's character by 5 and subtracted the park ranger, nice park ranger characters. But the movie was nice and short. It wasn't a crazy movie. It was like, it didn't overstay its welcome. It was a unique premise, so it gets points for that.
Okay. Now, do you recommend this film?
No. Damn. But again, I acknowledge that it's a comedy. Comedy's subjective. So hey, maybe someone else will find this funny, but I didn't. I wasn't laughing.
Okay. I was laughing. I do recommend this for people to see, but I don't recommend you going to the theater for it. You can save some money just chilling at the crib and watching this.
I like that.
On a jailbroken Fire Stick.
I like that. Or just waiting for it to come out on streaming. I like that. This movie had it all set up. Had the target set up. We had the bow and arrow ready to go, and boop, just missed it. Damn. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but more importantly, do you recommend this film? Please get in the comments and let us know what you thought about Cocaine Bear. Such a great time.
She's a ghetto type broad, and her life was hard. Catching me.
Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Our subscriber count has been going up, and it's because of people like you. You're great. So, people who are just seeing our face for the first time, please get down there and hit that subscribe button. If you did like this rating and review, please hit that thumbs up, all right? Or you can hit that thumbs down, whichever you choose. It is your opinion. Just remember one thing, it's mostly wrong. I'm gonna get me a bear claw.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna get me some cocaine. I was like,
No.